I'm Melissa,
And I'm Katie,
and this is the Coffee Experiment.
the podcast for coffee lovers.
Ooh, countdown.
Woohoo! This is fancy. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Guys, welcome back to the Coffee Experiment podcast. Katie and I are using a new software, and we're recording on our new software for, we're going to try it out. Backup OBS recording just in case, but here we are using Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside. Yeah. We've tried we've recorded a different way for a while, and I thought that it would be fun to start one where we could have video. I think it'd be great for YouTube and social, and so we don't have cameras on today. We're just testing out the audio, but the next time we'll be more prepared for video, I think. At least as much as we can be. But yeah.
I don't hear you anymore. Okay, there you are.
I'm back. Hello.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Dude, this mic is so weird.
You need a new
So
mic.
I guess I do. I don't know. I mean, this one's, I guess, doing the job now, I suppose, but I could test out
Yeah.
a different one. But yeah, but guys, welcome to the coffee experiment. We're talking about something. We're gonna have like a gab sesh about coffee, creativity, and connection. Pretty much all the reasons why I had the idea for this podcast, and just kind of talking about that. And we're gonna see where it goes. I have a few notes, but it's just gonna be a quintessential like Melissa Katie gab session. So I hope you're ready
Yes.
for what's to come.
Yes. You know what I thought would be really cool to start doing at the beginning of all of our episodes?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little coffee news update.
Oh my gosh, what a
Yeah.
wonderful idea. Okay, do
Like,
you have
yeah.
coffee news?
Well, I just kind of typed into Google, like, what's going on right now in the coffee industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like there's a few different things. I can just kind of read some of them.
Sure.
So there's market and price volatility. There's a supply tightness right now and rising retail costs, which we're both painfully aware of.
Well, yes. Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of business and industry stuff going on. So there's a lot of corporate shifts. There's a lot of different expansions in the mushroom, collagen, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but nootropics.
Okay.
Okay, the instant coffee startup Reformed raised $22 million.
Okay.
And then the last little bit is retail and local trends. There's new cafe openings. So there's a small batch roaster. Hayori Coffee opens its first brick and mortar in Vancouver, Canada. And Gloom Coffee expanded into Seattle's Pioneer Square.
Okay.
But yeah, then there is, as of July 13th, Roast Magazine, which if you guys don't follow Roast Magazine, you should. They've got a lot of different things going on, but they've got a lot of stuff going on their website. I used to get their magazine, I don't anymore. But yeah, they've done an article on who's going to tend to tomorrow's large tropical plantations. So, palm oil, cocoa coffee, who's going to tend to tomorrow's large tropical plantations. So you can go on there and read that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll be more prepared for that next time. I just thought about it, like, as I hit record. I was like, we should do that.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. Maybe, yeah, a little coffee industry update before we
Yeah.
gab about things that, well, that you might find interesting, you might not, or, I hope you find them interesting. Anyway, but yeah, this whole, I don't know, I feel like the whole coffee topic, there's just endless amounts of topics, I think,
Yes, I agree.
which I found very interesting. And I was Googling actually books about coffee and creativity and connection to see if there was any books out about that topic specifically. And There actually isn't a ton. There's a lot of books about the coffee industry specifically, like about that. There's books about coffee history. There's books about how to make fun latte art and how to become a coffee shop owner. Like there's all those kinds of things. But there isn't and there was a couple about like kind of loosely about this topic that were shorter, not in like a longer form type book. And so I was like, wow, there's not really a book out there that I can find that covers this topic comprehensively, in my opinion,
Mm-mm.
from my research. So,
Yeah. There is a book that I own it, and it's just called Coffee. You've
oh,
probably seen it in some Instagram photos that we've posted, but
yes.
yeah, it's just like this big thick book called Coffee, and it just goes over like the history of coffee and the different roasts and coffee shops, and it's pretty cool. I used to have it at my coffee shop on one of the tables, but yeah.
Hmm. Oh, well, very good. Yeah, there's I don't know. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool books that I want to get more into now that we're doing this podcast, now that we've been doing it for a while, reading more coffee related books just to see what's out there, because
Yeah.
there are like I'm not saying there's no books about coffee, but there's just none that I can find necessarily that are on I don't know, a lot of the topics that we're talking about specifically. Um, and yeah, yeah, I want to learn more about it because I had a really good time learning about like coffee history and learning more about, that kind of thing. And I just want to read more. So there's um, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, like when I'm looking on Google, I can only find like little ebooks about creativity and coffee, like that kind of thing that are
Mm-hmm.
ebooks for like typically ebooks are like lead magnets for joining email lists and like that kind of thing. They're not typically
Yeah.
just like full on books that
Yeah.
you can buy. I did find one though that I really, really want to read. It's called Coffee Talk. It's called The
Ooh,
Stimulating Story of the World's Most Popular Brew. I think I
I've
want.
seen that.
Okay, yeah. I saw that one, and then there was one. I don't know if you would find this one interesting. I definitely would. But it's The Book of Coffee, A Philosophy. And
Mm.
it's all about, um, let's see, I was reading on it a little bit this morning. I don't know. So, but there's books that I want to look at. That have to do with coffee. There's a few that I want to on my reading list for sure. One of them was Coffee Talk, the simulating story of the world's most popular brew. And then there was one that I don't know if you would like, but it's called The Book of Coffee, a Philosophy by Julian Bagani. And it's pretty much, it's, I think it's about like coffee origins, but then also how coffee is like it's his fascination, the author's fascination with he says the philosophical underpinnings of how we eat and drink, and a chance to encounter an old battered copy of the Book of Tea led him on a journey to explore our relationship with coffee. Coffee is the ritual that begins and gets us through the day, whether chugged thoughtlessly on the long drive home or artfully and ritualistically brewed as a moment of morning meditation. Coffee not only fuels us, but has shaped the very fabric of modern life. So I think this book really encapsulates actually what we want to talk about in this podcast, just in general. So I really want to read this one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good book.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I also think I know you have more book recs. I really like actually Riverside. I know that this is like it's on topic, I promise.
Okay.
But the things that you can do to elevate the topic of coffee through this are really nice because I've been able to do different graphics and things, and I think mostly it was for YouTube. I know that our Spotify when you use Riverside, it comes out as like a video format on Spotify, which is fine. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can listen to it as a podcast or you can watch it as a video on Spotify. But I liked how it elevated our like bevy moments that we had, which I also think was a really creative idea that we had within the coffee industry, is being able to have moments that you can take to basically appreciate your coffee, what you're drinking, because it is important.
Yeah. Yeah, it is important to appreciate like what you're drinking and taking the time to do that. Um and yeah, I'm thankful that we decided to switch to Riverside because I think it will elevate our content and therefore elevate just the coffee experiment experience. So
Yes.
I'm really excited about that. But there was another topic I wanted to touch on after this, but before we do that, should we take a minute for our bevies?
I think we should take a minute for our bevies. We should take our cringe bevy moments.
Yeah, and who says it's cringy? I mean, I don't think it is. I find it comforting.
I think it's funny when I was editing it, I didn't realize it until like halfway through the podcast. And at that point, our last episode was so long, I wasn't going to go back and change it all. But the script on the side that I linked to our episode where you could see what we're saying too kept calling it a Bebby moment.
Bebby.
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 So, but yeah, I just have a French press today I noticed yesterday at the store that I don't normally buy Starbucks creamers anymore, but they have my heart with the maple one. And I know that it's a fall creamer, but fall stuff is already out. So I had to buy that. So I have a French press with my fall maple creamer in it.
Oh, well, I love that. For me, I went to the gym this morning, and right next to my gym is Heidi's, my friend Heidi's coffee shop, which is Rustic Rock. It's just right across the street from the gym, you know. So it's right there. And so I decided to hop in after my workout and pick up something for myself and Isaac this morning. And it's a huckleberry latte, which is
Ooh.
extremely good.
Yeah, that
Actually,
sounds amazing.
huckleberry, I don't know if you guys knew this, huckleberry is the state berry of Idaho. So there you go. And so a lot of drinks here, a lot of Idaho, like, I don't know, establishments offer a huckleberry flavor because it's very popular here, and I love it. It's so yummy.
That's really cool. When I lived in Yellowstone, everywhere had huckleberry stuff, but here you're not finding that.
Yeah.
Huckleberry doesn't exist here.
Yeah, huckleberries.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's just a special thing about this area. Yeah, is like something that people do in the mountains actually is they go huckleberry picking, and I've done it before a few times, and it's really fun. Huckleberries are like these little teeny tiny cute little berries, and they taste so yummy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
So
love it.
anyway, that's what I have in my coffee this morning, and it's super good. And I love those ladies there. They know me by name. I hopefully sometimes I see Heidi there, but sometimes I don't. But all the ladies there are like super, super nice. So I stopped there this morning, and that is my coffee.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, we've had our bevy break.
Yes.
Let's get back to our creative coffee.
Conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the word.
Well, I was gonna touch on something that is really important to coffee lovers, and something that anytime I've interviewed a coffee lover or talked with them, they all of them that I interviewed before this podcast use the same word. And the word they use to describe their coffee experience, especially like in the morning when they're getting ready, is their coffee ritual. They would sometimes pause and say, I don't know what to call it. It's like my ritual. Like all of them said that. And it got me thinking about like what ritual actually means to us as coffee lovers. And I did a little deep dive and I looked up the etymology of the word ritual. If you guys don't know what etymology means, it means basically the history of a word. So Melissa's probably like, oh my God. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because I think it's really important to coffee lovers, and so I just wanted to deep dive it a little bit because the meaning of the word ritual is because the way that the word has evolved is now we understand it as um an everyday daily habit, you know. But it didn't,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I see it, is like, oh yeah, it's my ritual. It's like my thing that I do, whatever. And so coffee lovers, they connect their coffee preparing experience with that, especially if you are really intentional and care about what your coffee tastes like, which coffee lovers do. So,
Yeah.
but the word itself means, if you look it up, is a ritual is a structured sequence of actions, words, or behaviors performed in a specific repeated order. So, a lot of us with our coffee, we have like, the same thing that we do with it. It's meditative almost, you know, with the coffee. And so, in that way, we're connected, I think, to the experience more with that,
Mm-hmm.
with that ritual. And I love a little bit of Latin. So if you were wondering, the root of this word, the etymology of this word does have Latin roots. It comes from the Latin word ritualis, coming from ritus, meaning a custom, usage, or religious ceremony. So, guys, preparing your coffee is like a religious ceremony. It's it's deep with importance. If you use the word ritual.
And fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. And Melissa was probably like falling asleep, but it's all right because I find
No, no, I was listening.
okay. I just find it really interesting because it's I don't know, because it comes because the whole Latin root ritus, it traces back to the Proto-Indo-European root re, which means to reason or to count. It's connected to the concept of order, number, and harmony. I just love that because I think it's the perfect word to describe the coffee experience. Whether you're doing it at your house, you're at a coffee shop, you're doing something with it, I think it's just deeply connected to coffee itself. So it just had me think, I don't know, had me in all the feels about it.
Yeah, that got my brain thinking too. I mean, one of my biggest like issues that I have with, you know, Starbucks and other places like that is that it really takes the creativity out of coffee.
Yeah.
And I think coffee is one of those things that we can be so creative with. Like, I know at home, there's endless possibilities of different flavors. You can make your flavors, you could buy your flavors. Even the way that you make your coffee in general
Hmm.
is so creative. I mean, some people do mocha pots, some people do pour overs, some people have machines. You know what I mean? An air press. Like, it's so cool. And I just love the different coffees that people post. I love seeing the picture of your daily coffee.
Yes. Yeah, I think that yeah, there's so many opportunities to be creative. And you're right. Places that just streamline the coffee experience is, I don't know, it just makes me a little sad. It's like kind of like going back to like our
Mm-hmm.
AI conversation in our last episode. If you were wondering, when we talked about robot baristas last week, and we had this conversation about how we're taking like the human out of coffee, and then we were really split on the topic. And with this, you're right. A lot of the big companies, they're taking some of like the heart out of it, some of the that ritual out of it, that harmony. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. A lot of that harmony, that intentionality, you find it more just in those local coffee shops where, and you feel it like when you walk into one of those places, that can't really be explained necessarily, but you know it when you feel it. And yes, places like Starbucks and other chains, like Seven Brew or whatever what you want to compare it to. Um, yeah, sometimes just take it out of it, and it's really,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those things like streamline, make it faster. Um, which I get faster is, it's important to people, especially in America. It's part of our culture. We like to be fast. And while I love American culture, I deeply love American culture. It makes me sad sometimes that people want to move through life so quickly, you know?
Yeah,
and not stay in the moment. I think coffee helps me stay in the moment, actually. What do you think?
I agree. I think it's a very like I can't think of how I want to phrase this. It centers my morning. It centers my day, you know?
It does.
And yeah, I just think I love that.
Yeah. I mean, it just like, yeah, it centers me. I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's just one of those things. And it seems, I don't know, like coffee lovers, maybe you won't think this is silly, but you know, it seems like a little silly that something so small can be such a big part of your life, but I don't know, it just means a lot to me, you know, to have that,
Mhm.
you know, as part of my morning, especially, and sometimes my afternoon if I want to.
Yep.
You know,
Sometimes it's necessary.
sometimes it's necessary, you know, to spark joy. And like, I don't know, that's my goal this year is to do more things that spark joy. And coffee is definitely one of those things. So the more I can do of
Yeah.
that. And I've always said to myself, if I ever had to cut off caffeine completely for like health reasons or whatever, I would still drink coffee. I would still drink decaf because it's part of me. I don't know. Part of me.
I've had to do that before for a month and it was awful and I did drink a lot of decaf, which decaf is still slightly concentrated with caffeine.
Well, yeah, it still has
But
traces. Yes.
yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Um, but yeah, yeah, guys. But this, I don't know, this episode is reminding me of a past episode that we did about habit stacking, like coffee habit stacking. This is
Mhm.
kind of connected to that a little bit. Um, but if you guys want to check that one out, want some ideas on how to coffee habit stack, you should totally check it out. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, drinking coffee every day, you know, it keeps me on track for whatever reason. It keeps me grounded. Even my calorie counter agrees. I don't know if you knew this, but when I count my calories, and I log coffee, you know, every morning, and my little calorie counter says, drinking coffee keeps you on track. I'm like, you're right. Calorie counter, you're right.
You're
Yeah. So, so anyway, but yeah, that was some of my little background information about the word ritual. That kind of got us like into that part of the conversation. But what about you? Is there anything that caught your eye while you were researching this topic or anything you want to touch on?
Yes. So so one thing that I noticed when I would interview people when I was hiring back when I had Simply Poured
Uh-huh.
is that whenever I asked people why they wanted to work at like a coffee shop, for example,
Hmm.
everybody pretty much said it looks fun and I want to learn how to make coffee. I want to learn how to pour latte art. So I think the creativity aspect is also very rewarding because when you can do something that not a lot of people can do, or you can do something that's cool or that really changes somebody's morning. I know that we're getting deep with this,
Yes.
but because you may not think latte art is that important, but it actually really is.
Yes.
Because imagine how you feel. Okay, imagine that you're going out with your friends to get a coffee and you order a latte, and your friend orders a latte, and they bring your friend a latte and hers has latte art on it. Cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you get yours and it doesn't have anything on it. It's just, you can tell that it was poured, no latte art. How is that going to make you feel? So I think it's really cool that not only do you fuel your own creativity, but you also fuel other people's creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And, because then there's going to be that iconic Instagram picture that they post with my morning coffee on it, latte art, all that good stuff. So I think that it not only makes you creative, but it makes everybody around you feel creative.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why people go to work at coffee shops. That's why I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. I love that's part of American culture because it's not a part. of other countries' cultures all the time, like depending on where you
Yeah.
go. I love that part, how American culture has grabbed onto that because it's something that people love to do. I mean, I love it. It's to be, I wouldn't go out in public probably and work anywhere else, other than like a library, but I haven't worked at a library in years, actually. Because sometimes having like a little bit of background noise like really helps, and
Yeah.
just having that like I don't know, just like that special drink to make me feel ready for the day, and uplifted and motivated. I think a big part of it like is motivation too. You know, um Coffee kind of can give us that motivation that we need to, get through at least get through the morning and for the rest of the day. I don't know. It's just something that, yeah, that spurs me and just, yeah. So I think that's why people go to work at coffee shops. So you're right. I mean, we all feed off of each other's creativity and contentment, in the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
It's important.
Hmm.
It is.
It is very important. And again, yeah, it's all like kind of this crafted, into that experience. So like people who own coffee shops, you're not just crafting like coffee and like latte art, you're crafting a whole experience for people. And it's really special. So,
Yeah, and not even like touching on the creativity that goes into making coffee mugs and tumblers and all the different crafts that hold your coffee.
of
That's a whole
course.
nother
Yeah.
side of it.
Oh, you're right. There is a whole creative thing that goes along with that. My friend Miri, she has a pottery studio in her garage, and
She makes the cutest
she
cups.
makes the cutest mugs. I posted one on our Instagram. I need to send one to Melissa still. When I go back to her house, I need to pick one out for Melissa because they're so cute. She does not even have an online shop. I asked her if she had an Etsy shop and she's like, "No, I don't need one." She's like, "I just make enough." And then she exclusively sells them at local markets. So, yeah, so she just sells them like that, and they're so creative. Like she does such intentional work on them, and she loves coffee as well. She has pretty much every machine you could make coffee with in her home. She's got everything. So yeah, she's very, and she makes her own coffee mugs, to drink out of. And I think there's another extra level of that, where I love drinking out of the mug that she made. For whatever reason, it just makes it seem like, I don't know, so irreplaceable and special.
Yeah, and her mugs are so cute.
Hmm. Yeah, she works really hard on them. She actually, oh yeah, this is so cute. This is not about coffee mugs, but she makes every year at Christmas, she makes pottery gingerbread houses. And
Ah, cute.
she's part of this play group that I go to. Like, so our kids play together, and she's like, "Oh yes, like this year we should make I should teach you guys how to make pottery gingerbread houses to have at your house because you can put little tea lights in them and they light up from the inside and they're so cute."
That sounds so cool. I love it.
Yes. Yes. So she was like, "I should teach you guys how to make them." I was like, "Oh, okay. We should totally do that. Sounds like a fun experience." But anyway, side note. But either way, the intentionality it takes to make some of these coffee tools, also is, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy, how many tools, we have nowadays to create, yeah, to create the coffee experience.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. And fall's coming up too,
Yes.
which
Which
I feel
is,
like that's a very creative time for the coffee industry.
it
All the
is.
different menus that come out with different drinks, and
It is.
I am excited.
And yeah, and then fall commences my yearly rewatch of Gilmore Girls. So,
Mm-hmm.
and something that's really sad is Netflix decided to get rid of Gilmore Girls. So,
I know. I saw that.
it was
What are you gonna
it
do?
was devastating. Well, I found a way around it. I bought all of the seasons on Amazon Prime. So,
Now you'll never have
I
to wonder.
never have to worry. They won't get me. If I wasn't, hey, listen, they switched to Hulu, traders. So they
Uh,
they switched to Hulu, which I never thought they would leave Netflix because they have the Year in the Life extra season or whatever, or the extra special episodes in Netflix. It was a Netflix original, so I was like, oh, they'll never take Gilmore Girls away. But no, they switched to Hulu, and I'm like, I'm not paying for Hulu. And you know what? Buying all 7 seasons costed less than 1 month of a subscription to Hulu.
Oh, I bet.
So
Fall is the start of my Gossip Girls rewatch
oh,
and my
XO,
Stardew Valley.
XO.
Yep. My Stardew Valley gameplay.
Oh my
So,
gosh. I didn't realize you liked to watch Gossip Girl. We never
I
watched
love Gossip
We never
Girl.
watched it together
I know.
because
I know, I love that
I think
show.
I kind of hate it. That's probably why we
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, I don't like Gilmore Girls.
I know. Yeah. We all have.
Why? I've tried so many times.
It's okay. At least you tried. A lot of
I
people
did.
hate
I did
it.
it for you.
You did it. You tried. We tried to watch it like when I was visiting um that like a few years ago and I remember just being like I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the one where this happens." And you're like, "Ugh." She's like, "Let me watch something else."
Well, I even tried to do like Gilmore Girls like day at the coffee shop, which
Well,
kind of felt I felt like a poser because we did that. I think we did that 2 or 3 times, and it was a huge hit,
well, yeah.
like one of our most busiest days. And I
I love
just
it.
felt like a poser because I was sitting there
Like, I
like,
hate this.
yeah, such a good show. Meanwhile, I'm like, I hate this.
I hate everything about this. No,
So the truth comes
so the
out. If my
truth
customers are listening.
Yeah, so the truth comes out. It's all right. Gilmore Girls is not for everybody. To me, it's purely like, okay, I understand the acting isn't great. I understand that sometimes the scripting sounds like too fast and rushed, but part of me is like comforted by it. It's very nostalgic for me. It's a comfort show. I watch it every fall or whenever I'm sick. So
Mm.
it's a comfort show for me, you know? But and it's iconic. I don't know. It's just iconic and now. And anyway. So yes, fall commences, start of Gilmore Girls, and then all kinds of other coffee things that we could love, all different kinds of coffee rituals that we could love to do, different drinks to make, the pumpkin comes back. Are we gonna do an episode about pumpkin spice? We talked about that.
Oh, we have to.
Yes.
We absolutely are going to do an episode
Oh
about
my
pumpkin spice
gosh.
lattes. We are going to have to do
Oh
that.
my gosh, pumpkin spice deep dive. When did it start?
The ultimate white girl deep dive.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
if you looked at my all of the history of my social media posting, listen, a lot of the time in my 20s, I would just um post, I mean, like I would get pumpkin spice lattes all the time when they came out, honestly, all the time.
Yeah.
And
I I'm a little I will throw down for a pumpkin spice latte.
I'll get one at least one per year. My taste for them, okay, it hasn't listen, I think I need to start like making my own or something like that because I went to Starbucks. I don't even know if I bought one last year at Starbucks because that's usually the place people get them. It's like I think maybe I don't know, is Starbucks the one that made them popular? I don't even know. Maybe they did. Um but yeah, I got one the last time I got one, I didn't really like it at Starbucks. I don't know. Maybe quality drop. I don't know.
Maybe. See, if I'm gonna get a pumpkin spice latte, for some reason, Starbucks is like the only one where I feel like I really like the taste of it. Like, I don't know. It's weird because I know the Starbucks one tastes very chemically, and I do like the pumpkin spice lattes that like we made at my coffee shop or that I make at home, but there's just something about the Starbucks one. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the red dye 40 or the caramel coloring. I don't know.
Yes.
It's just
Red dye
that's my
40.
20%. That's my 20%.
Well, I don't know. Last time I had it at Starbucks, I didn't like it. So maybe I'm losing my taste for pumpkin spice itself. I don't know. I'd like to try to maybe make one myself or go somewhere else to try. But maybe we could even do one about kind of like a pumpkin spice deep dive, but also like alternatives to pumpkin spice that you could try.
Yeah, I have a ton of recipes that you can use to make your own that taste probably better, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And there was I last fall at the coffee shop I really like in Idaho Falls, Moose Ridge, they had this sweet potato latte that was so good.
Ooh,
It was, I
interesting.
liked it so much better than pumpkin spice. It was so good. So,
I like maple. I like the maple spice.
mm-hmm.
Or
Maple's
there's
alright.
that TikTok of that guy trying to order a cinnamon dolce latte, and he's like, "Can I have the deuce deluge,
Juice
the
the
deluge, the deuce, deuce,
You know what I mean?
the
Yeah.
cinnamon deluge?"
Yeah. Honestly, that's funny. Um, but yeah.
I like this episode how it just turned into a yap session with
It did turn
us.
into a yap session. I don't know who's gonna listen, but I hope you do. This is good.
We're
Um,
just can we just title this episode yap session?
oh my gosh.
Coffee and creativity yap session.
Should we do this quarterly? I think we should.
Should we? I feel like we should.
Should we? Monthly, quarterly. Like coffee industry yap session. I
Hmm.
don't know. Coffee yap session. Coffee creativity yap session. We'll talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what the
I'm
title
going
should be.
yeah. I'm going to Florida here soon.
Oh.
And I already have a list of coffee shops that I want to try. Uh, we're going to St. Augustine area, which Katie you would love because it's all history. It's all about history. And which, my friends all want to go look at the history stuff and I'm like, "Ugh, can you just drop me off at a coffee shop and pick me up after?" But when they told me it was pirate history, then I was on board.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a list of coffee shops I can't wait to do videos and talk to you guys about.
Mhm.
Katie and I love doing little like short clips on Instagram of the coffee shops that we go to. I love
Yeah.
seeing hers too.
You should take like all the video of the cute local coffee shops and tell me. I mean, the pirate history. I love pirate history. Actually, I mean, when we lived in North Carolina,
I do too.
like North Carolina is steeped in pirate history. I don't know if you knew that, but anyway.
I see when I lived there I didn't care about pirate
Well,
history then. It's a new
okay.
thing. I watched Black Sails
Okay.
and then I watched another pirate show and I'm just like, oh, I love pirates now.
Pirate history is really interesting.
Yeah.
In North
Is it
Carolina,
Nassau or
what?
Nassau or whatever?
Nassau? I don't know. Um,
Yeah, in the Bahamas. Or not in the Bahamas. Wait, is it in the Bahamas? I think so. I went there anyways, and it was very fascinating.
yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, I know. Like when I was a teacher in North Carolina, pirate history is part of the curriculum for like upper elementary, and you learn all about like pirates and stuff. It's pretty cool for like the state. I mean, Blackbeard. You talk about
Yes.
Blackbeard and like all of that, and so I found it really interesting. But that's cool. So you're going to St. Augustine. You're gonna have to, yeah, like record coffee shops. I sent you a link about a cool coffee shop that you could go to. That's like a book thing.
Yeah.
You should
I think
go
I saw
there.
that.
I think you did. I think you responded.
Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of. It looked
Yes.
really cool.
Yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, guys, coffee and creativity. What kind of ways are you creative with your coffee?
Yeah. How does coffee spark creativity within you? How does it spur on conversation? How is it that you can talk with your best friend for 6 hours over cups of coffee? How is that possible? Right?
Must be the caffeine. Just
Yeah. Or
kidding.
just like because you, I don't know, because you love your friend and you love the coffee and you want to
Yes.
talk. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've had moments like that before, where you can spend hours talking, you know,
You really
and
can.
connecting over coffee. And it just feels natural. And then people even, I mean, we talk about how it even folds into conversation. Like something that's really crazy to me is, people like on a first date, they're like, let's go get coffee. Even if they don't actually go get coffee, like it's in the language, it's just really interesting. Or
Mm-hmm.
in business, you say, let's have a coffee chat when you just want to get to know someone, but you don't drink coffee necessarily, but it's just called a coffee chat. It, it's
Yep.
it's friendly,
Yep.
it's warm, it's just like what it is.
I love it.
Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I love everything about it and I could talk about it forever, but we're not gonna take up all of your time. But I hope you enjoyed listening to us gab at least for a little bit and talk about this topic. I think we should do this quarterly along with our social media coffee update.
I agree. I enjoyed it. A little yap sesh. And guys, next week you're not gonna want to miss out on the episode we have coming up for you guys. It's gonna be fascinating. I won't say too much. Don't want to give it away,
Yeah, because
but
that one,
you're gonna want to be here.
that's gonna be interesting. Wait, is that gonna be, I don't believe that's gonna be next week. That's gonna be at the end of the month.
Oh,
So we have to
oh, it's the week after.
it's the week after. So, but coming up towards the end of the month, we do have a really cool episode coming up, and yeah, and next week, don't miss that
Well,
week.
still, you're not gonna want to miss next week either,
Yeah,
because it's gonna be just as
it's
good.
gonna be just as good.
I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, but I already know it's gonna be good.
I do too. Yeah, I know it's gonna be good. Yes. So anyway, but yeah.
All right, guys. Did we
So
cover it, Katie?
we
Did
did
we
it.
cover?
We covered it. And while we're connecting right now, I hope that you're at least thinking about coffee or drinking coffee. But if you're not, it's all good. You're listening to our podcast. So that's kind of like, it's like, verbal coffee is maybe what we give people with our podcast. And if you are enjoying our verbal coffee, you can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify. We are working to put it on Apple Podcasts, but Apple hates us, so we're gonna keep working on
Yes.
that for you guys. But
Apple does hate
for
us.
Apple for real hates us. So, and I kind of hate Apple, so we're just gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that going. We're trying to figure it out, and then, but yeah, we're excited about this new software. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Coffee Experiment Pod, and then if you're on Facebook, you can join our Facebook group, the Coffee Experiment. We'd love to have you there. It's a great little community that we are growing. We are in growth mode, so
We are.
we're gonna keep it going. Yes.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, until next week, I'm Melissa,
And I'm Katie,
and this is the Coffee Experiment.
the podcast for coffee lovers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.